Students, next we discuss about some important topics on Coulomb's law. There is some important points on Coulomb's law. What are the important points? We have already discussed the formula is Coulomb's law formula for two charges is in air F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R square. Now, in case we have to take a special cases in this Coulomb's law. What are the special cases in the Coulomb's law? One is, for suppose there are two charges. This is 1 coulomb and this is also 1 coulomb. That is Q1 equal to 1 coulomb. Q2 is also 1 coulomb. Now they are separated by some distance. This distance is R, which is equal to 1 meter. These are our considerations. Then what is the force of attraction or repulsion? Both are positive charges. So force of repulsion is there. So what is the force of repulsion between these two charges? We know that this force F, then they are in air between them, and 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, right? And Q1, Q2. What are Q1? What are Q2? That is, we have to write the first formula, Q1, Q2 by R square. Okay, students? Now, this force F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, Q1 and Q2. Both are unit coulomb charges. That is 1 coulomb and 1 coulomb. So, that's why 1C and also 1C, 1 coulomb. And R square distance is 1 meter, that is 1 square. Therefore, F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by 1 equal to 1. Therefore, F value is equal to 9 into 10 power 9 newtons. Because of this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value, we have already discussed in previous topic, is this value is 9 into 10 power 9 newtons. So, finally we have to say that this force F equal to 9 into 10 power 9 newtons. When is this force becomes 9 into 10 power 9 newtons? Okay, this force is become 9 into 10 power 9 newtons if the two charges are separated by some distance 1 meter and both are having unit coulomb of charge, that is 1 coulomb of charge. Whenever, once again I will repeat, whenever two charges having unit coulomb charge and they are separated by distance 1 meter only, then the force of attraction or force of repulsion is equal to value is 9 into 10 power 9 newtons. This is very important point. Okay, students? Now, we discuss the next case. What is the next case? The second case is force due to multiple charges. Force due to multiple charges. That is, in previous class and the previous point, we will discuss only what is the force between two charges. Force between two charges only. In case there are many number of charges are there, then what happen? What is the force between any two charges? Then what is the final force on any one charge due to remaining other charges surrounded by them? Okay, so that's why we have to write the next formula is force due to multiple charges. Okay, students? Now, you see this one. This is Q charge is there, and around this some charges are there, Q1 and Q2 and Q3 and so on up to Qn charges. So students, what is the force acts on this Q charge? What is the net force acts on this Q charge due to these multiple charges? Okay. So first of all, we find the distance between multiple charges to main charge. So the distance between these charges is R1, this is R2, this is R3, and so on up to Rn. Now, the force acts on this charge Q is F equal to, first of all, we have to write Q and Q1. That is, first of all, we write the charges, force between these Q1 and Q. And add the next one, Q2 and Q. And add the next force, Q and Q3. And finally, we have to write the final charge force. So, that's why we have to write the formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught for these two charges, Q1 and Q, that is Q1, that is Q2 by R square. Okay, so the force between Q1 and Q, we have to write Q1 by Q1 by R1 square. Okay, we know that force is always adding in vector notations. Okay, so that is there are multiple forces acts on a body. Then what is the total force acts on the body? Then this force F equal to the sum of the individual forces. That is F equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3 and so on plus Fn. Similarly, in this charge also we add the all charges forces. Okay, so that's why we have to write first of all the force of attraction or repulsion between the first charges is F1 and next F2, that is Q and Q2 forces F2, next one F3 plus and so on, finally plus Fn. So all forces are added in vector notation. So finally we have to write in all forces there are this term 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. Okay, so that's why we have to write common 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into, and remaining F1, that is this one Q1 Q2 by R square, that is Q1 by R1 square, that is Q1 by R1 square plus F2, that is Q2 by R2 square. Similarly, we have to write Q3 by R3 square. So finally we have to write and so on Qn by Rn square. Okay, this one will be written as in the summation formula is sigma I equal to 1 to n. This one is Q and this one is Qi by and Ri square. This is the force between due to multiple charges. Because we have to write I equal to 1 to n. We have to write I equal to 1. Then what happens? Q1 by R1 square. And next we have to write I equal to 2. That is Q2 by R2 square. And finally we have to write I equal to 1 to n. N will be right. Then what happens? Qn by Rn square. Okay. So this is the very important formula. Now we discuss the next one. Third one is direction of the force. Direction of force. Between two charges. Direction of force between two charges. How do we represent the direction of these charges? Okay. So students, next we have to take a charge plus Q1 and we have to take another charge plus Q2. Both are separated by distance R. Now, what is the direction of repulsion force between these two charges? So, this direction is very important for our objective problems. First of all, the plus Q1 is repelled force applied on Q2. That is, this Q1 is pushed on Q2. That's why this Q1 will push this Q2 on Q2 in this direction, that is towards right side. So this force is F1. This force is F1 bar because of we have to mention direction. Okay, students, you remember, must and should remember for this point. What is F1? Where F1 is force acts on plus Q2 by plus Q1 plus Q1. Now, similarly, this Q2 is also applied same force on plus Q1 because of both are having same magnitude also. Okay. For example, we have to push any object, that is action. We discussed it in first year topic. We push some force on the object. This is the action, and reaction force is also gives that object, opposite object on the first one. Similarly, this force is F1, this force is F2, then both of the forces are equal and opposite. Similarly, in this also, this Q2 is also reply to Q1 with the same force. That is, the Q2 will apply the force, that is repulsion force, along the same line. Then this force is F2 bar. Okay, students, what is F2? F2 is force acts on plus Q1 by plus Q2. Okay. So, in this situation, we have to write, therefore, F1 equal to F2. That is, F1 bar equal to F2. But, these are F1 and F2 both are opposite with each other. Then we have to write negative symbol. This negative symbol will represent the two forces act in opposite direction, and this is F1 action and F2 will be reaction. So, Coulomb's force always exists in action and reaction phase. Action and reaction phase. Okay, students? So, that point we will, very important point. Okay? Next, we discussed about dielectric constant. What is dielectric constant, or what is permittivity? Relative permittivity. Okay? So, what is that one? Next, fourth one, relative permittivity. It is represented by epsilon suffix r. Epsilon suffix r. And the next, or it is also called dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. Dielectric means insulator. This is represented by K. Okay. dielectric constant K or relative permittivity. What is dielectric constant or what is relative permittivity? This K or epsilon or we will be defined as epsilon by epsilon naught. That is permittivity of medium by permittivity of free space is called dielectric constant or relative permittivity. They both are relatives, okay, with each other. So this epsilon and epsilon, we know that F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R square. All terms are constant, then we have to write F is inversely proportional to 1 by epsilon naught. Epsilon naught means F air. Okay, so that's why F is inversely proportional to 1 by epsilon naught. So we have to write in this formula, this is the also equal to ratio of F air by F medium. Okay, in case F medium, then 1 by epsilon will become. Okay, so that's why we have to write. This definition is also defined as another one. What is another one? The ratio between force between two charges in air and force between two charges in medium. This relation, this comparison will give a constant value. So this constant is called dielectric constant or relative permittivity. Okay, students, and this is very important formula. Next one, what is the vector formation of Coulomb's inverse square law of two charges? In vector form, what is the formula? In vector form, F bar equal to, what happens? F bar equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R square, that is R bar square, and we have to write R cap. What is R cap? Cap represents unit vector. Unit vector always represents direction of the given vector. That is unit vector. R cap is the unit vector along the direction of this line. Okay. So students, this is the Coulomb's law. Objective and IPE points. These are very also important points. And next we discussed two problems based on the Coulomb's law.